But let's check that 1/2 was 0.5. Then on our number line, we can go to where 0.5 is and mark it. That's where 1/2 would be. 3/4 is 0.75. There is no, I look at the ones that I wrote on here, there's no 0.75. I have a 0.7 and I have a 0.8. Does it make sense that 0.75 or 3/4 would go right in between those? 1/4, 0.25, same thing. Would be between 0.2 and 0.3. -4/8 is -1/2. Ooh, -4/8 is -1/2. I'm going to put at that same spot in the same color -2/4, because that's also -1/2. Then we've got a decimal, -0.2. You can see I like to color code things. -0.2. That's easy one because it's already a decimal and it matches up perfectly. Okay. 6/8. That's the same as 3/4. It's also 0.75, so I'm going to write it in the same color under the 3/4 because it matches up perfectly. 4/4, that's equal to 1. -7/8. So that one I'm going to change to purple and write the decimal 0.875. I don't have that on my on here.
For that one, you just subtract both the numbers, or divide both the numbers, right? The top and
Yeah.
bottom.
And then add the negative in front after. So 7 divided by 8 is 0.875. Have the negative out in front. Now when I'm putting it on here, it's going to be between -8 and -9. And it's going to be closer to -9. In fact, you can imagine this broken up into 8 little sections, and it's the closest 8th section to the -0.9. This will be -7/8. And finally, 1/3 is 0.33333 repeated. I'm going to put that one in. No, nothing to hand in today. Today is, we're going to work on some of these questions in our notes, and then I don't have any homework for you today, if that's all right. That is just was for you to do, but it's not a hand-in assignment. So some assignments I'll get you to hand in. They'll be for marks. Some assignments are just for practice so that we get good at them. Okay. So now if you had to order them from smallest to biggest, does it make sense that this side over here, these are your smallest, and these are your biggest? Okay. Could write those, we did that, write them as decimals, and then that allows us to arrange them. I like quarters, not just because I like money, but I like quarters because they're easy to change to decimal, right? If I had 3/4, I find that's really easy to change to decimal because 3/4 is worth 75 cents, and now I have the decimal. 1/4 is worth 25 cents. 1/2 is 0.5. Does 1/2 make sense that it's the same as 2/4? Excellent, excellent, excellent. Did you know that quarters are also good for your times tables of 25? Most people only know their times tables up in high, what are you learning, 10 or 12, right? And some of you are like, ooh, yeah, and I need to practice it a little bit. If you're feeling like your times table isn't really good or is not as good as you like it to be, one of the best strategies for improving your times table is counting by that number. So let's say your 8's times table isn't good. How fast can you count by 8's up to 80? 24, 32, 40, 48, 54, 60, 56, yes, 64, 72, 80. Right? And if you count quickly by eights, what you're telling your brain is your whole 8 times table. Right? Count by 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. And if you count that way, you're going to find that you improve your times table. So when you get 7 times 8, you'll be like 56 right. Oh, yeah?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Somebody has been practicing their 1 times table. Wow. All right. I'll show you my 0 times table. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So, place value. We talked about this already. We talked about how wonderful the English language is by adding th on the end of each of these words. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Right? You have anybody, international students come to our school, they're like, I'm done with math now. Because a lot of other languages do not like the th sound. Because in order to do it, you have to stick out your tongue a little bit. You don't even realize you do it. But whenever you say a sound, you stick out your tongue just a little bit, which really bothers some people in some languages because sticking out your tongue is bad. But with a mask, you can like really stick it out and nobody notices. Anyways, these are your tenths, your hundredths, your thousandths, and this allows us to change decimals to fractions. So if I have 100th, which would be 1 over 100, as a decimal, that's 0.01. I would have the 1 in the hundredths spot. Same thing for 1,000th as a fraction. That's 1,000th as a decimal. I would have the 1 in the thousandth spot. And now we can change any decimal to a fraction, and any, well, sometimes changing fractions to a decimal is a little bit harder. All right, we still have about 4 minutes left. I think we can get through the next section of our equivalent numbers, so we'll do that. Equivalent numbers are numbers that look different but are actually the same. And we talked about this with our number families. You're like, ooh, I would like to put negative 10 over 2 in my negative fractions department at the superstore. Well, you missed our superstore of numbers. But all of these, this one's equal to negative 5. Oh, we didn't have 5 minutes. My clock at the back needs to be switched. And negative 5. And negative 5. Awesome. See you guys tomorrow.